All right, Libra, this is going to be a bonus for you guys. I actually did a message before I just did the last one. I had about close to a 40-minute video for you guys, but something tells me to hold off on that one, maybe for another time. So we went ahead and did the last one that I just posted about someone having a great desire. This one, I don't know if it's connected or not. This bonus could be totally unrelated, and I don't know who it's for. It doesn't have to be for a Libra. It could be for Crosswatcher or someone on the outside of you guys. But this one has to do with somebody who's really not feeling well. I don't know if they're just feeling under the weather or someone is sad. I definitely sense somebody's not feeling well or not feeling their best, not up to par. Libra. Under the weather. Someone could actually be sick or just not feeling well here or something, or will be in the near future. Just kind of not feeling, like aches and pains and cold and hot and sleepy and fatigued and lethargic and drained. Yep. Under the weather. Someone could also just be deficient in something here, like maybe needing an infusion of some type. An infusion? Hopefully it's like I don't know, a vitamin infusion, but I heard infusion. Could be an infusion of love, you know, it could just be someone's feeling like not feeling love. If there's not an individual who's like physically sick here, there could be someone who's just feeling sad, like just really freaking sad, wanting to feel cared for, wanting emotion. If there is anyone here who is experiencing a lack of emotion, maybe coming from a partner, maybe coming from a friend or somebody, there's someone here who is wanting a specific amount of love, care, TLC, there's that TLC again, from another individual. That's not everybody's story, but if it is, let me offer you a way to help you kind of bring that out, but from within yourself, without it being more beneficial to receive it from another. Okay, and I'm going to teach you it's not really teaching you a technique here. I'm just going to show you ways that you can experience what we experience from another person giving it to us, but on your own. In fact, today I did this. So I was downtown earlier and I was like, and I was looking at just like the little things, right? Just little tiny, insignificant, meaningless things. And one of them was the dust that gathers on the back of delivery trucks, like 18-wheelers. And I just thought, that is so beautiful. I love that. It's like these drivers have their own little nature-made canvases on the back doors of their delivery trucks, and they don't even know it. I mean, they're usually drawn on by human little fingers, be it an adult or children or adolescents trying to get into some trouble or whatever, writing obscenities on these earth canvases, if you will. And I just found that so beautiful, and I just kind of chuckled a little bit. I'm like, damn, that's actually, like, they don't even know that it's there. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know that it's there until they get out and they see it drawn on their truck, on their vehicle, on their 18-wheeler. They don't even know that it's there. They're just driving around with these art pieces or these vulgarities. And I'm like, I like that. It's a small thing, right? It's something small and rather insignificant, and most things that would probably, I don't know, annoy people, but I found beauty in it, and I thought of that today, just today. And I didn't get that from another person giving that to me. I didn't get that chuckle, that laughter, that moment of appreciating natural beauty, the natural occurrence of dust flying through the air, dust particles flying through the air, wherever that delivery truck has gone, through all the states, all the towns, all the cities, dust from all over, just harnessing the energy from every area that it's come from, right there on that canvas, so that one can paint or draw or write whatever comes to mind. It's natural beauty, although one would look at it and say that needs to be washed, that needs to be cleaned, and I looked at it as, well, that's really cool. That's more beautiful than graffiti, and I think graffiti is beautiful. That is like nature's graffiti. The dirt accumulated over time, and having found its temporary home, plastered on the back of these doors that carried them to get their message across through wherever they want to go. It makes me wonder, what is the energy that the dirt holds? Like, does it speak to the person who writes or draws on it, or is it the person themselves? I mean, I don't know. Are they like a team and they don't even know it? You can notice these little things, these small teensy little things, and they can brighten your day. If you aren't feeling well, or you can't get outside, or you just don't feel like it because you're feeling under the weather or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just not feeling up to par, you can just go outside. I'll tell you another thing that I was thinking about. There's something else that really I find beautiful, and this is something that my father has done since I was young, and it sticks with me. I'm like, wow, this is just so artistic. Like, there's something about it that I find how carefully he does this, and how perfected he has gotten this to be really an art, even though he probably doesn't see it like this. But so my dad is a very clean man. He is also a Libra. This is my adopted dad, but he's my dad. He's my only dad. And he was in the military, and when I say he's clean, he's clean. I don't know if that's a Libra thing, but he is just like very clean, okay? Like, that man always smells good, and he's always very tidy, and if he cooks, he cleans as he's cooking, like things like that, right? He doesn't make a mess. He hates messes. He will never let the yard get tall. He will always mow the grass. He is not lazy. The man's still working. Okay, so anyway, he will take an extension cord, because he won't just like throw an extension cord or half-ass do anything. He's got to put his full energy into everything that he does, which I find that beautiful. It's uplifting to see that. It makes me happy to be here on this planet when there's just so much pollution and filth and just, and he takes it between his thumb and his forefinger, and he wraps it carefully, like so carefully. That word careful is showing up a lot today. I got it in Virgos. Very precise. He is just like, and he will wrap it. He will take his time too, till it's literally perfect around his arm, and then he will tuck the cord in there, and then use some sort of like zip tie or some sort of like bungee type cord thing he's got. I forget what that's called. But and all of his cords are neatly put back together. He cares. It's aesthetically pleasing because he's taken the time to work with it. He's taken the time to spend on it, that it's turned it into like almost like art. And I find that so fucking beautiful. So like, you don't necessarily, we may think we need other people, or I don't know, whoever this is, if they're feeling sad or kind of blue or kind of just, I don't know, lacking emotional intimacy during this time from another, but it's like, that's okay. You can give it to yourself. You can find it in nature. You can find it in the natural things that occur all around us. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything has some sort of natural story to tell, and there's something in everything that can just kind of, when you take the time, when you look into it, when you think about it, when you spend quality time, and the emotional space that you would hold for a person, you hold that emotional space for whatever's unraveling or occurring in front of you. Whatever comes across your field of vision, and you use that energy on that, you would be surprised at not only how that makes you feel just naturally, but that your day goes a lot better. And if you do that every single day and make it like almost like a habit, a practice, it changes you. It's like, wow, there's so much to see that we just don't even pay attention to because we're so busy paying attention to either our jobs or other people, instead of all these other little occurrences that seem meaningless. They seem like nothingness. They seem like nothing. I mean, they seem like nothing because we don't even notice them half the time. Or we may notice them, but we quickly divert our attention. We're quickly just drawn back into our own little world. But this is like everywhere. So if you find yourself, for those of you, unless this isn't you, this is advice to that person. If this is another on the outside of you that's kind of feeling like just really upset during this time, like heartbroken or sad or just like depressed, even lonely, apathetic, to practice that. Try it. Just try it. Just give it a try and see what it does. See how it makes you feel. I'm telling you, I do it myself. It does something to you. It really does. It helps you to appreciate things. It also kind of brings you back to life. If you're feeling kind of like, it brings you back to life because you have to use your creative mind to be able to like conceive of any of it. You have to. So maybe you're feeling uninspired. Maybe you're feeling like writer's block, or your juices aren't flowing, or you just feel like, fuck this life. You know what I'm saying? I relate. You think I don't relate? This was the best advice I ever received. I was like, okay, well, try it. And what do you know? I'm like, this is fucking amazing. I'm going to do this every day. I'm going to do it the first thing when I wake up. I'm going to do it throughout the day when I start feeling like ripping my fucking hair out. I'm going to do it before I go to bed. And at first you may find it hard. At first you're kind of like, okay, I'm trying to find something that really, there's some sort of story behind it, or that is really cool, or you know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Create with it. It is hard at first, at least for me it was. For me, I mean, coming from an I place, I was like, but then when I really just stopped trying to look for something and just kind of noticed, it just started uncovering and showing itself to me, and I'm like, this is fucking amazing. Now I'm like getting addicted to it. I'm like, this is amazing. But what better thing to be addicted to instead of another person or work? This is just the beauty of being in the human existence. All these little things that happen, all these little occurrences, rain, how it falls on the shrubs outside and just kind of ever so slightly slides down each leaf and drips onto the ground below it. Hydrating the earth. I mean, there's something in that. It's like a little natural shower for the ground. You know what I mean? Like, it's so cute. Seeing vultures, they used to bother me when I would see them. It used to just creep me out, but I realized they have a purpose too, just like my cicadas do on this planet. And I'm thinking of the vultures. I'm like, wow, these vultures, seeing them for a week, slowly, you would think they would have devoured this thing by now, but it was like an armadillo. Is that how you say it? An armadillo. And they were just, it took them forever to completely devour this armadillo, but they got it. And I was like, the way that when I would pass them, I would be like, well, it looked like they were hunting and gathering just as a human would, scavenging for, I don't know, using the leftovers and the remains as whatever they do with it. That's what it looked like, instead of using it for food, because all of the meat was gone at this point. I was like, well, what more could you peck from it, buddy? But when I stopped to just kind of take it all in, I'm like, oh, they're probably thinking the same thing about humans. Like, you know, what the fuck are we doing? How did we create half the things we have? You know what I mean? We used nature and the things around us, just like someone drawing on the back of a dirt canvas on a delivery truck. You know, usually they write, wash me. That's art. And you can interpret it any way that your own creative mind delves into that arena. Everyone will interpret that differently. It'll make everyone feel something differently. But that is art. That is a natural canvas. That is a natural paintbrush as well as a canvas, because the finger is the one that does the drawing or the writing. That's just beautiful. So that's a little something there for whoever needed that. You know, if you find yourself kind of in a funk or feeling like uninspired, unloved, uncared for, unless this is someone feeling sick, but sometimes when people feel sick, then they start kind of feeling like, you know, just that longing for true nurturing and care. You can do it yourself, and it doesn't have to be taken from you. It doesn't have to come from another person. That can also be healthy as well, but we shouldn't have to rely on that. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere in nature, just waiting to be recognized. And we just know. That's my cat's trying to get in, and she wants to play with them. But anyways, I guess I'm going to go. I got what I needed. Somebody's feeling either sad, under the weather, rather uninspired during this time, and maybe even angry, irritated. Especially if someone's not feeling well or is depressed. You know, it may just be like, leave me alone. You know what I mean? Or just kind of hurt, you know, something really hurts here. Something hurts. Either someone physically is hurting because they're ill, or they're emotionally, mentally hurting because they have a lot on their mind and they need to get out of it for just a minute. And this is my way of offering you a way out. If it's not you, hopefully another person listens to this video if it's for them, and they see that these things can help when you feel like you're kind of in a funk, you know? Whatever's got someone down, be it an illness, be it a broken heart, relationship issues, not being able to work due to relationship issues, a broken heart, or an illness, being sick, there is an internal way to creatively adjust the perspective to where it will almost act as a medicine on the body, on the psyche, if implemented correctly. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.